Hello again, I'm back with Hearts of Iron 3. I've decided to play Romania again. I have some free time now and I felt like the last campaign just ended very abruptly. I was too frustrated with the way the war was going against the Soviet Union. I was dissatisfied with the way I built my armies, so I think we're gonna give it a new try to do it properly from the beginning. I have a plan, and I think it's gonna have a more positive outcome than the last time I tried. And yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. In this video I'm gonna try to outline like the big strokes of the plan, and we're going to actually start playing in the next video, I think. So Romania, it's a fairly small country, but it's positioned in such a way that you can actually achieve a decent amount of stuff with it. You can conquer all of your neighbors pretty easily, I might add. It's not the hardest thing to do. And then you have the Soviet Union, which is a challenge to actually beat, and it's fun to fight. Now, in terms of what I want to actually do to maximize my potential. Last time we conquered Yugoslavia, Bulgaria and Hungary, but we did so in 1940, which is a little bit late, I think. I'm going to try to do it sooner this time. I'm going to maybe use spies to lower their, or to raise their threat, and make it possible for me to attack them sooner. I'll see how that goes. I'm not sure exactly if I want to invest the spies for that, because it's just leadership that is lacking in other places. But we will try, at least for Yugoslavia. If it doesn't work, then we'll wait until the Second World War actually starts, and we'll conquer them then. I would just like to have the resources, especially their leadership, a little bit sooner. Now, in terms of army composition and technology, because they go hand in hand, we're going to do the following. Last time we actually built two different types of basic infantry divisions. Both had 2 infantry brigades and an artillery, and then alternatively they had either anti-aircraft guns or anti-tank guns. We're gonna do away with the anti-aircraft guns. They don't really have enough of an impact to make it worth to invest in researching them. We are going to also try to be much more on point when researching the techs of artillery and anti-tank gun. Last time we were, I don't know, 1940 something, and we were stuck on 1936 tech or something like that, which is just way too little. If you deal with a Soviet Union that has a lot of tanks and like a lot of units in general, you just need the most modern stuff you can get. Now, we also invested a lot in mountain infantry last time. I'm not going to do this anymore. Mountain infantry has a lot of cool bonuses when they fight in rough terrain, especially when they attack, so they're a good offensive unit. The problem is, and I'm not 100% sure about this, but as far as I've heard from friends who play the game, if you use mountain infantry units with other brigades attached, like artillery or anti-tank or anything else, they lose some or even all of their bonuses. As I said, I'm not sure about exactly how it works. So I don't know if it's even worth to consider them if they lose part or even all of their bonus, because they're just more expensive than normal infantry otherwise. And just using them without, I mean, we'll try, we'll see how it goes. I'll have a couple of, I have these guys. I'm going to probably pull them together because, as I said, I'm not going to add any other brigades to them, and use them like in, I don't know, Yugoslavia, around Belgrade and in Bulgaria maybe. I don't know if there's really a lot of places where you can use them in the southern Soviet Union, because it's mostly plains. We'll see how they work out. Maybe we can build some later on. They are supposed to be good, especially when fighting in winter and Arctic and stuff, but as I said, I'm not sure exactly how those things work. So we're going to steer clear of them. Now the other thing we have is tanks and motorized infantry. Now having fast units is definitely good, and I want to have some fast units. The only question is it worth investing in having strong fast units, or do I want to use them just to like open up, to just push into the enemy territory when I've actually managed to breach them? I mean, if I get motorized infantry, I don't really need to research anything additional for them, because they use the same techs. Oh, actually they don't. They use the half and half. They use some techs from infantry. Actually, they use all of the infantry techs and some light tank techs, armor and engine. Well, I didn't know that. So we might need to do too much stuff if we want to actually make them useful. So what I did in a test game I played like a week ago, I've actually used the cavalry I have. Where is it? Like here somewhere. You have like 6 brigades of cavalry, and I've built I've had in total 6 light tanks with armored cars and those cavalry brigades, and those were my armored and like fast units, because armored cars increase your speed as well. I don't know exactly how well they did. They probably didn't do too well, but it's an option just to have something with a little bit of speed. We might even actually look at what we need for the motorized infantry and tech only those 2 for tanks and for motorized, and have a couple of fairly decent fast units. We'll have to decide if it actually makes sense to build the tanks as well, if we are not going to research all of their possible researchable techs. I don't know yet. Now, in terms of anything else, in terms of Air Force and Fleet, I don't think we're going to do anything. Air Force is just too costly to research. I mean, it doesn't seem too much. There's like a couple of things. Also, you need to just focus on one thing. You can't focus on fighters and bombers with Romania. I mean, it would eat up all of your research points. But the problem would be the the air doctrines, which we just won't be able to do whatsoever. I mean, that's like an impossibility. We're going to focus on the infantry stuff. As I said, maybe on the cavalry stuff early on. Maybe on the cavalry stuff in general, since I don't know. The problem with those fast units is also they need separate land doctrines. I mean, infantry has pretty much... I mean, if you only go for infantry, you only need pretty much those 3 doctrines to be maxed and nothing else. If you want to go with mobile stuff, you'll have tactical command structures, you have mobile warfare, well, not too much, but these things, which are very costly, you need them if you want to have like a really good panzer or motorized infantry force. So we're going to try to just maybe have them punctual, maybe just have them as an option. Have a couple of them, maybe a core of fast units, just to have the option of pushing deep into enemy territory when we have a gap. In terms of industry tech, we're going to focus on industrial production and efficiency in the beginning, on education and agriculture, of course, as well. I don't think we're going to build any industrial capacity or anything else, actually, even infrastructure or nothing of the sort. We don't have the industrial capacity to do so, and we don't have the resources of actually supporting additional industrial capacity later on. I don't know if I'm going to do any of these. They are not bad, but I feel like we need the research in other areas more. I would rather have a smaller but technologically advanced force than a bigger but technologically reduced, not reduced, but backwards force. Whatever the word is, I don't know for sure. Also later on, we'll try to go for combat medicine, first aid, and all of the civic, the civil or civic, what, I don't know exactly what that is, land combat experience stuff. So yeah, that's what we're going to do, just in general. So we're going to probably research like 5 techs at a time, and the rest we're going to put into officers and diplomacy and espionage, just a little bit, just to have like the possibility of getting trades up and stuff like that. I'm not sure if I want to do manual trades because they're just really tedious. Maybe off camera, if I want to actually do stuff off camera, I'm not sure. Other than that, in terms of the manpower we have and how much stuff we can actually build, we're going to build at least 20 more infantry brigades, I think. Maybe even more. When I did my test game, I actually built militia instead of infantry because I was thinking, okay, it saves up a little bit of leadership because we don't need that many officers. The problem with that is that you actually need to research their tech as well if you want them to be useful. You have a separate militia tech tree. Now, I don't actually want to do that. Even though militia with anti-tank and modern artillery are really, really good as well. They're cheap in terms of production, they're cheap in terms of leadership. They're altogether a nice unit, but they eat up this additional these additional tech points, which I do not want to spend if I can avoid it. We might use them just with like police. I probably won't research it whatsoever, but we're going to probably use them just to have some units to keep the British away if they want to try and land in Yugoslavia or at the Black Sea coast, and just to keep partisans down in general. Well, another thing we might consider doing is actually go for just light tank guns and light tank armor. The problem with that is that I think the motorized infantry uses light tank engines, if I want to use that. And reliability isn't bad either. I mean, it helps having everything here. We might see to it that we get to like level 2 or 3 and then just stop. And maybe later on in the war, if we are far enough into the tech tree of infantry, artillery and anti-tank, we will improve on that front as well and have better tanks when we are further into the war. We'll see how that works out. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about a lot of things. We are going to test a lot of stuff this game. Because although I've tried this army composition before, it wasn't a very weird game where Germany got attacked by the Allies when it tried to get the rest of Czechoslovakia, and I don't know, I didn't have time to actually conquer Yugoslavia by myself. Hungary was in the Axis, and I didn't manage to conquer that either. I had a bit of Poland. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact didn't exist whatsoever. It was a weird game, and I'm not basing too much of my assumptions on it. We'll see how it goes this time. So, what can we actually do this game? Because we're good on time. We can actually just do a little bit of army organization, I think, right now. We have two theaters in Romania, which is weird because why would you need two theaters for Romania? So we're going to just delete the second theater. They don't have nearly any experience and no strength. It just doesn't. We don't need it. We're going to... I'm not sure we're going to use armies or army groups or anything like that, because we simply don't have enough good leaders to actually do it. As you can see, we don't even have anyone who can... I mean, look at this. We have so few leaders. It's awful. We are probably going to... we're probably going to remove all of the leaders. I'm actually going to do that now. Unassign all leaders, yes. And we are going to rearrange the units and then assign leaders to them afterwards. I mean, the only thing we do want to do is to connect them to the Bucharest headquarters, whoever is not connected. And put someone with logistics on it. Do we have someone with logistics? That would be nice. Trickster... No, we actually don't have anyone. Oh, logistics wizard, good. That's the guy we're going to use. I don't even know who this guy is, to be honest. But he's now my field marshal in charge of everything. Okay, let's start. You're actually going to have your own corpse. It got a dude instantly. That's interesting. Oh, maybe he was put there. I'm not sure. Let's see, these guys would be nice with some combined arms or offensive. Yeah. Connect everything to Bucharest. Now we'll need to take all of them one at a time and take out one infantry brigade each time. Now these two can be combined. Nice, okay. We'll have 4 units in each corps starting up, because I think it's better to have the what would you call it? The options of adding other stuff to it later on. I know this is dull work, but I mean, I could actually do this off camera. It wouldn't be too big of a deal. Let's actually start some production. I mean, there's a lot of upgrades going. We don't actually need to upgrade yet, I don't think. we need to do that. Let's have a couple in... Nah, never mind, nothing in reinforcement. For now, we are going to start on anti-tanks and artillery, not in parallel, but series. We'll check afterwards exactly how many we need to build. So we have, no, not anti-air. Artillery, that's it. Good. So invest some into the production. We might even build a little bit more. We can do so. Maybe some armored cars, just to have a series of them as well. I think that would be fine. Ah, never mind, let's build a series of infantry. Yeah. Start off on some infantry as well. Good, this looks good for now. Maybe have some more later on, but we'll need to invest a lot of it in upgrades. I'm not sure exactly how upgrades work, if they need to go through each stage of the upgrade or if they upgrade to the latest directly. So in that case it would be best to just wait with the upgrades altogether until like a year before the war and then invest everything in only upgrades. I'm not exactly sure how that works. We'll see about it later on. Now, in terms of technology, we are going to start with the industry stuff. These 5 things, these are the most important in the beginning, I feel. So we're going to do those. Now let's see if we can put something along those lines into spies and diplomacy, just to have a couple of diplomats in the beginning to trade enough so we can have our industry in top shape. We're going to prepare for war as well. That's an integral part of anything. Specialist training, that's also actually a thing I want to do. It takes longer for the units to be built, and we don't have the money, I think, yet to do it. Yeah. But we'll do it, even though it takes more time for the units to be recruited. Actually, I think we're going to wait until we have that enacted, because I'm not sure if it... Let's actually check. Those are 27th May, so we'll see if anything changes as soon as we enact the decision. Now let's automate trade for now, and start off. Yeah, we can start off on like 2 or something like that. Yeah, we are going to look for a good place to send all of our additional units, because we'll need to... Oh, these already... okay, all of them have 2, that's good. We'll wait for them to get there first. We'll wait for you to get there as well. Nah, actually, we won't. You can actually be detached and go somewhere. Okay. I haven't done these guys either yet. Good. Nice thing for the people who don't know, if you press control click on a headquarters, it selects the whole corpse. I mean the headquarters and the units that are underneath it. So it's a really good thing you can do. We don't want old guards on our tanks if we can have a say about it. Okay. How many do we have here? 4. We have 4. We have 5 here because we need to detach this one. We have 3 here. Ah, we need to actually detach here as well. Good. Okay, this is looking good. You have only 3, so let's actually send 2 of those guys there directly. This is 2nd Army Corps, okay. So, yep. We're going to keep the naming theme because I enjoy it. Let's see, how many do we have here? It's 4. You have 4. Okay, everybody else can meet here, and we'll see to it that we get enough. Okay, my cavalry corps will be united with the panzer corps, I think. We have 2 tanks at the moment. We can put 5 into each. I think we'll keep it this way for now, and then we'll decide later on how we want to deal with it. These guys, we're actually going to detach all of the artillery because we don't need it on them. We want it on someone else. We'll keep it here for now because I'll need to see who I want to attach it to. I'm going to put it on like the... Actually, it doesn't matter yet who I attach it to because I haven't decided on the leaders yet. And everybody will have artillery anyway. So it doesn't matter. We can send it here. Yeah. Headquarters can be sent to Bucharest, just so we have something in the capital. And the first... the first armored corps, I don't know which one it is. First corps, this one. Will stay here, I guess. So we actually have an overview over where every corps is. I think this is it for now. We've rearranged our army. Well, we did nothing else, but next time we're going to play a full year, I think. Or near to it, whatever we can fit into half an hour. And we are going to just breeze through tech and production and diplomacy and everything else. We'll need to actually check the politics as well next time, but yeah, we'll do it then. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this new series, this reboot of the last series actually, and fingers crossed that I actually finish it this time. So, hope to see you next time. Bye.